Welcome everybody, I'm Alexander Linz, head of content of watchadvisor.com, and I'm sitting in the booth of Audemars Piguet here at the SIHH 2019, and it will be the last time I will be able to do that because, as you all know guys, Audemars Piguet will no longer attend the show next year. So in front of me are those watches everybody was talking about since Saturday. There was an incredible reaction online going since the watches were presented Saturday, and positive, negative reactions, people just bashing the watches. The people didn't see the watch. There was only one picture or two pictures published on the internet, so most of people didn't even see the watch, and they were bashing it like crazy, and some who didn't think either just went on bashing as well by liking or thumbs up or stuff. So honestly speaking, this was crap. Guys, I have to say, and you may now bash me, that's fine for me, but I have to say, I saw the watches and I didn't say a single word to any of these watches until today. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday in the morning, and I had the meeting just here at Audemars Piguet. I got the chance to see the watches, and I took my time. I didn't say a single word about the watch since I saw it, because it's always the same. I'm 25 years in the business, and believe me, you can't, by looking at a watch on a picture or on a smartphone with an old display, say if a watch is beautiful or not. That's not the way you do it. And it's always, if you do a new design and if you bring out something that's new, you have to have it in your hands. You have to touch it, feel it, get it on your wrist, see it. And then if you discover the new Audemars Piguet 11.59, it's not disappointing. At least this is my opinion. So the watch is, in my eyes, thought from A to Z. There is a lot of cleverness in there. What was the story? Audemars Piguet had a new automatic and a new chronograph movement, and they needed a new case. Should they integrate that movement in an existing style? That would have, I think, brought more problems than advantages, because people would have asked, so what is this now, the old, the new movement? Why do they put it in the Audemars Piguet, Royal Oak, Offshore, whatever? The Jules Audemars and those models weren't an idea at all, because these watches aren't, as you all know, weren't really successful. So they needed a new design, and the purpose of having a new design done, or that was what François Benamias, the CEO, told his teams when it came to develop a new design for the case, is make a case, or make a design for a case that really gives all that gives the possibility that we can show our know-how, our savoir-faire. That's the way in French you say it, that we are able to show what we're able to do. A complicated, well-done case that really houses our new movements. And this is what they did. It's the watch, when you look at it, it's first of all, the first thing you see is that the lugs are only attached to the bezel. So the lug, of course, is fitting or is part of the down part of the case, but you could pass a thin paper through it, so it is only held by the bezel. And this is the first design aspect of the watch. Then you have an inner kind of container, an octagonal container that holds the movement, that gives you the opportunity either to polish or brush or the case, or to use different materials. Then you have this unbelievable construction of the glass. It's a domed glass. So if you are looking from different angles, you will have a variety of, how can I describe this? Now, if I look from this angle on the dial, it looks like if the dial was tilt. It's not, of course, but it gives you such a rich perspective on the dial, and it gives you so many new angles to discover. And I assume we are here at the Audemars Piguet booth with artificial light. I assume if you have natural light coming on it, it will be even more astonishing. So this domed glass, so it is outside domed, and also from the inside gives you an incredible view and angles on the dial. It's really gorgeous. And then the dial is made out of lacquer, and on the dial, Audemars Piguet, by galvanic treatment in gold, grew galvanic, is growing something on a surface, and the logo is in pure gold, grown in a galvanic process. So this dial is not a cheap dial. All these people who compared it to whatsoever, guys, what did you think? Go and look at the watch in real. Take time, take one of those watches and have a look in real, and then you will change your mind. It's not because someone paid me doing this today. I was simply upset a little bit seeing this bashing stuff all the time. And I have to say, next time before you write and tap, or if you stop ticky-tacky your smartphones, think first and then write. So what else to be mentioned? The chronograph also got a new, completely new developed in-house movement with 70 hours of power reserve. It's a chronograph movement of a column wheel. It has a flyback function. Beautiful watch with a date indication. Okay, you can discuss now, is it good to put the date at 4 o'clock? Other brands do the same, and then it's not a problem. If Audemars Piguet does it, it's a problem. Look at the watch first. For me, it's not so bad to have the watch, the date there. There's space. If you would have been putting the date at the 3 o'clock position or at 6 o'clock, you would have not been able to put on the indices and the 12, 3, 6, and 9 indexes on the dial. So if you look closer, that watch is everything else than ugly, is everything else than a cheap watch, is everything else than what I've been reading so far. So it will take time. I think it's a big launch of a watch for a brand like Audemars Piguet. The main development for this new 11.59 line came when François Benamias, when he took over the brand, asked his teams to develop a automatic movement. So it's not the 3120. Be sure, guys. It's a 4 hertz. It's a 4 hertz automatic movement now, 28800, and also the chronograph is a 4 hertz 28800 chronograph. So when François told his teams to build or to construct a new movement, and when they were ready, these movements were ready last year, but there was not yet the final design defined and the green light given, and so they postponed the launch of the new watch until this year, and this is what came out. In my opinion, these watches, and the moment when you have them on the wrist, look gorgeous. You will have to, it will take a while that we get used to it. Imagine to think about what would have happened in 1972 when Audemars Piguet launched the Royal Oak in steel. If there would have been social media existing already, and the mindset of everybody watching this launch would have been 1972, with all the mindset about, yeah, a Swiss watch has to be in gold, and it has to define the richness of gold. And then all of a sudden, Audemars Piguet came out with a steel watch, with a steel bracelet, and charged or asked people to pay the same as the gold watches cost, and people said they were crazy, they were dumb. And it worked. It worked. So why shouldn't this watch not work? I'm sure it will. It will take time. The watches anyhow are limited. I think some 2,000 pieces will go to the markets this year. The watches will only be available at the Audemars Piguet boutique, so retailers won't get them. And I'm sure the first ones will go like petit pain, on sait en français, we said in French, like fresh bread or fresh baked bread. So they will be anyway gone. And since this is only the first launch, and the line 11.59 is just in the beginning, and many more things will happen later, different materials, different movements, different technologies will be applied, polished, satinized, parts on the case. Maybe there will also be different dyes, maybe not lacquer dyes, maybe there are so many possibilities to come. So this is the launching collection, an entire collection from a freehand chronograph. There is a perpetual calendar, there is a minute repeat. There is even a tourbillon, so it's an entire collection that launches. The watches will come to the market right away after the SIHH in a couple of weeks. So I show them today, and they are in the boutiques right away afterwards. So it's not so bad what they have been doing. Okay, guys, I like it. I do not agree with all of you. And please bash me now as much as you want. I will answer to you. I don't care. I like the watches. I think they are good. They are not absolutely not conform with a lot of things I've been reading recently. And to all of you who don't believe me, please find a boutique. The watches are being delivered in February. Find a boutique worldwide where the watches are. Put one on the wrist. Look at it. Play around with it. Play with that incredible domed glass and see the angles you see. Play around. And then please come back again on the comment section and tell me that I was right and not wrong. Good, promise. So thanks for watching this little presentation of the new Audemars Piguet collection. Guys, if you like what we are doing, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because this is a video, to our YouTube channel. And if you like what we are doing, like our videos. And I'm looking forward to the comments on the comment section underneath. Bye from Geneva and bye from Audemars Piguet. And once again, the new 1159 is not an ugly watch.